what is the process of coming over to a company like AEW where you don't have script as much and it's more freestyling?
That's. I mean, I feel like at AEW being me. I think that's the best way to just say it. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
being me. Whereas in WWE, I was a character, which is something I wanted to be, right? Because I was very afraid of just being me. Because I'm a super big nerd, right?
Right.
Like, and when we tried to do that transition on WWE TV, it didn't read well because I'd
Hmm.
been this spooky, red eyed demon witch werewolf vampire lady. I don't know what it was supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
this day, but like I was this weird, could have been supernatural, don't know if she is type of character. And then when we tried to humanize the character, it just didn't work. I do think that my promos were lacking. One, because we had writers at that time, and you're having to make someone else's words your own, which is, hey, that's a make or break thing. I get it. Like the first thing I did when my last year, when I had my Achilles surgery, I started taking acting classes. I was doing
Mm.
acting classes 2, 3 times a week to try to improve that, because I knew that that was the one thing that I was terrified of, which is weird because if you go back and look at any of my stuff from the indies before I got signed to WWE, I was so comfortable
Right.
cutting my
Hmm.
own promos. And some of
Mm-hmm.
those were scripted. Like a good chunk of those were scripted that I cut on that independent scene. And I was so comfortable. And I guess like the pressure of having to have that perfection, having to do every word verbatim, like it got to me. And I didn't want to be afraid of that anymore. I didn't want people to be like, oh, well, that was, everyone, they're freaking keyboard warriors and like
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. I wanted to prove to people that, yeah, I'm a good promo. I can do all of these things that you're telling me to do. I just forgot how to do that.
Right. A
It's like,
lot of
no,
pressure. A lot of pressure.
and then like it's like, okay, well, I can cut a promo as Athena. I couldn't cut a promo as Ember Moon because I didn't know what Ember Moon was. I didn't know who Ember Moon was.
Still at
And
the
then
end too.
not so much at the end. I think I kind of
Yeah.
I was so when I got to tag with Shotzi, that was the
Mm-hmm.
most me I have ever felt. Like, and I
Right.
love Shotzi to death. That is my sister from another mister. We still text each other to this day. That's my tutapa,
Mm-hmm.
like, and I felt like me, and I felt very uh at home being me. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain that. And I think that's just a big testament to Shotzi, because I always took everything, I think, overly seriously when I was there. Not a bad thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
it didn't allow me to think outside the box a lot of the time, because I was like, no, it has to be this way because for 8 years, this is the way that they taught me, and I need to be this,
Mm-hmm.
this, this, this. So stepping outside that box was such a bizarre thing for me. And Shotzi really just kind of allowed me to do that and just have fun in the process. And
Yeah.
I will say this, hands down, I had the most fun in WWE tagging with Shotzi Blackheart.
Wow.
Like I just her positivity, her gung ho attitude. Like even then, it extended outside of wrestling. Like we'd hang out, we'd make steaks and just like watch terrible horror movies. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
literally the most fun I had had. And for so long, I feel like I was missing that. I was like, yo, why didn't I do this tag team thing sooner? This is great, and and like, but honestly, it's just a testament to her as a person and how lovable she is. And like, I understand why everyone loves her so much. She's such a caring person. Like, she gives
Mm-hmm.
back to the community so much. Like, I have nothing but amazing things to say about that woman. She's a bit of a daredevil. I will say that.
Most definitely, at minimum.
She scares me more
She's
times
Oakland,
than she did.
California, baby. That's why. That's what's up.
Look, when
Mm-hmm.
she's the ballsy badass for a reason. But
Mm-hmm.
like, honestly, she was just like someone I really just cared a lot about in that time frame. And just, she made me have so much fun, and she made it okay to be me.
Awesome.
And I think that that's my favorite thing about like that whole tag team that we did. She made it okay to be, for Ember Moon to be Athena, for Athena to be Ember Moon, and we were just confident in just us being a collective. And just like, I don't know, I don't even know if I'm articulating that correctly, but
Mm-hmm.
she made it okay to be me. And when that transition started happening, I was like, yo, okay, well, maybe I should just be Athena again.
Mhm.
When I decided to leave, I was like, hey, okay, what's next? Okay, well, Athena's here. Here's all your whew, let's flag out this gear with the dust on it and let's go. And
Yeah, because you could have been somebody, something Moon again, or some kind of.
I could have
that.
been Moon Embers.
Yeah.
or Summer Sun. I don't know. Like and that's the thing, it's like I could have been anyone, and it was just like going through that, like there was a little bit of a lost identity for a while. I will say that, like, you leave WWE and you get your 90 days and you're just like, you have 90 days to think about what you're going to do. Like that, that's hard. I think that was the most difficult part, because I went from, I don't want to wrestle anymore to, well, I got to wrestle to pay the bills, to should I contact Tony Khan, to nah, maybe I should try some acting and some voiceover, to maybe I can just do video. Maybe I need to do this wrestling thing again. So like it's this 90-day chaos of like you trying to figure out what's next. And the weird thing about it is that I didn't know until like my first match with Thunder Rosa. Which is
wow.
It was like, well, I got to pay the bills. I guess, well, we got to do this. We got to pay the mortgage this month. You know what I mean? And going through doing that match. And after I did that match with Thunder Rosa, then I was like, okay, I almost gave this up. Like, I almost gave all of this up. Holy crap. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? And that's when I started falling in love all over again. And that's when I was like, you know what? Athena is the way to go. Athena is that snarky asshole that no one really knew about, but like everything that I'm doing now, I used to do on the indies, and I'm so comfortable and in my own world about it. And like, I love it, and I'm having fun being me. And I think people are having fun watching me be me, or hating that they love watching me being me.
Right.
And it's one of those things that like, I feel comfortable in my own skin for the first time in my entire career.
Wow.
And I love that that's like, being accepted. And like all my minions have showed out, like, and they're consistently like, hey, this is the thing, like, and it makes me swell with pride, because finally something I'm doing right. I'm getting the right reactions. I'm making sure that the porcelain that are in matches with me come out the better for it out at the end of it, which is what this is all about, right? Like, it's like, cool, yeah, I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you, but you're gonna be tougher for it after. I'm like the tough dad. Rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine.